crazy when life get hard? We tend to forget. Like we forget them nights when we was praying and we was crying and asking God, please take me out of this. This is the worst thing ever, God. This hurts so bad. Then he does it. And it's not how we expect it to be, or it's not how we envision it to be. And we have the nerve to even think about going back to what we prayed our way out of. And you done did this before. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It was truly me. I thought that I was truly weak and I just wasn't where I'm supposed to. I feel like the Lord really tapped me on my shoulder. Told me, don't you know everything you've been through made you colder. When life gets hard, we tend to do one main thing: forget. We forget about everything else that we overcome. We forget about everything else that God has brought us through. We forget about how hard those things were before. We tend to say words like, yeah, I know that I went through that and all, but it ain't nothing like this. Like, this is by far the worst thing I've ever been through in my life. But that's not true, because you're still living. And you have no idea what tomorrow holds. And tomorrow can get worse. You know, I hate to have a smile on my face when I say that, but I only have a smile on my face when I say that because I know what that's like. I forgot a lot. I would go through things and then I would forget how God brought me through the pain, how God brought me through the betrayals, how God brought me through the divorce, how God brought me through the injuries, how God brought me through just the illnesses and just everything. He brought me through all of them. But for each time they visited me, like when depression came to visit me, when death came to visit me, when betrayal came to visit me, when all these trials came to visit me, I forgot. And that's what we do. We forget. We go through something and we say, well, this can't compare to that. That's a lie. You're only saying that because you're not there anymore. But when you were there, you know you was crying. You know you was asking God. You know you was begging. Like, ooh, just somebody please help me out of this. And then you got out of it and you went through something new and now you're complaining again.
I mean, I know he was cheating on me and stuff, but at least I wasn't lonely. But I know my hometown just really didn't have no opportunities for me or nothing like this, but it just was not this hard. I mean, I know that pastor was narcissistic, but at least I had community.
I mean, bro, I know I caught her cheating on my homie, but nobody cook like her.
You know you wrong. You know you wrong. And I'm not here to play with you. I'm not here to tell you not to feel. I'm not here to tell you not to cry. I'm not, because I hated when people used to tell me that. Oh, you just need to heal and get over it. Like, it don't happen overnight, but I don't know what type of superhuman you done seen, because you can't even do that. Sometimes people would tell you things they can't do, but that's another subject. So I'm not here to tell you that, but I am here to tell you that when life gets hard, you have three choices. You have A, B, and C. And see, A is, if I would have never met this person, I wouldn't be so damaged. If my mom and my dad never did this, then I wouldn't have all these trust issues and these abandonment issues. And if I would have never ever gotten to that car accident, I would not be going through these things with these doctors, and my life would just not be this bad. And then you have choice B, which is, I'm actually a lot stronger because I went through that. Ever since I kind of endured that, I realized that I'm wiser, and my relationship with God got very strong. So though it looked like I lost in the world, I gained with God, so I didn't lose at all. Because am I trying to please man or God? And then on top of that, I have discernment, and God has healed me from my insecurities, so I'll never go through a situation like that ever again. Now I can help other people because I know what it's like, etc. And then you have C. Remember. You can choose to remember how you got through the last situations. You can choose to remember how it made you better. You can choose to remember all the blessings that came from every setback. You can choose to remember. So when life gets hard, you can stay in it and you can blame, and you can have this victim mentality, or you can reflect and see how wise you become and use it to go bless and help somebody else, or you can remember how how God brought you out of it. But it's up to you. But what I will tell you to do is feel every bit. I want to get mad, be sad, cry, yell, feel. Because it wasn't right what happened to you. Even though you forgive people, it doesn't mean that it made it right for them to do it. You just free them from you wanting to do anything for them, and you stand in a prison. You just free the both of you from the situation because God forgave you. And you deserve to be free. You don't deserve to be like being hurt like what they did to you and then still suffering years later when it's over. That's like a double punishment that you put on yourself.
You better preach it, Pastor.
So you have a choice when life gets hard. We have a lot of decisions that we can make. And I know it's easier said than done. But what has freed me is I've decided to reflect on all God has brought me through. I decided to say, dang, look at all that the good has come out of this. But if I didn't go through the hardships that I went through, I wouldn't be here doing this today. So make the choice when life gets hard on what you want to do. See you later. Bye.